Well, the situation is quite unfortunate. It is the 26th day today, and the president has taken his sweet time that he only addressed us yesterday, 25 days after the strike. The rise to all Kenyans to enjoy healthcare is absolute. The doctors, whatever they're demanding, was settled 7 years ago in a collective bargaining agreement. So what we are doing simply is to remind the government to continue honoring the collective bargaining agreement that has been in force. Living within our means is okay, but doctors' right to decent and dignified work must be upheld. Doctors are ready to go to work and they are ready to serve Kenyans. So we await talks from the government.
But many Kenyans have lost their lives since you went on strike, and many of them, of course, cannot afford to pay private hospitals. What do you tell them?
Well, that's the saddest part. We want a stronger public healthcare system because most Kenyans cannot afford the private sector. But over the years, it has been designed that the public sector must be weakened by not supporting it so that most persons can get to gravitate to the private sector. Doctors in Kenya, a majority number, work in the public sector, and it is a call for the government to strengthen this sector because most Kenyans cannot afford private care. So we are pleading with the government to fast-track talks because so far we've not been invited on the table. There are no offers, and we are still waiting for the government to wake up from its sleep to deliver that right to healthcare and make sure that Kenyans enjoy the highest right to quality healthcare, which is served in the public facilities.
Do you see a situation where you can work out something with the government to be able to get back to work? Because every day that passes, a lot of people are dying, whether it's road accidents, other illnesses, and they have nowhere else to turn to.
Yes, we are hopeful. The court directed that we conclude talks in the next 2 weeks. Now, it's over 7 days have lapsed, so we still have 7 days to go. We are waiting for the government officials to come to the table because there is no new pay hike that we're demanding. All we are demanding is an implementation, continued implementation of the 7-year-old collective bargaining agreement, which stipulated that doctors must be paid a particular amount, which has been the case, and the pay cuts that are proposed by the current government should not be allowed. Doctors must have dignified work. Doctors must be allowed to train. Doctors must be allowed to have that decency at the workplace. Because when you have a doctor dissatisfied with the terms of work, the motivation that drives them to continue offering services to Kenyans gets low. But we want these doctors to continue serving Kenyans because they have their work terms already defined, already negotiated, and already settled. So it's an issue of implementation. So there's no new agreement that you're supposed to set other than implementing what has been the norm. So the government is running away from its duty to fulfill its past contractual agreements. So that's why persons are out on strike.
Wow.